Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lifestyle Projection. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's close to all of our hearts: fighting cancer. You know, I'm all about empowering you with the knowledge to take control of your health, and that's why we're talking about the foods we eat. What you put on your plate can either fuel disease or fight it. It's true. We're going to uncover 5 foods that could be secretly feeding cancer cells in your body. Don't worry, we're not just about doom and gloom here. We're also going to empower you with delicious and healthy alternatives that can help you build a strong defense against cancer. This is about making informed choices for a longer, healthier, more vibrant life. So stay tuned, because this is information you won't want to miss. We're going to break it all down, step by step, so you can make the best choices for your health. Get ready to take some notes, because this is powerful stuff. Let's kick things off with a category of food that's practically unavoidable in today's world. Processed foods. We're talking about those convenient prepackaged items that line grocery store shelves, tempting us with their attractive colors and enticing flavors. But here's the catch. These foods are often loaded with hidden dangers lurking in the form of preservatives, artificial colors, and synthetic flavors. You see, these additives are designed to extend shelf life and enhance taste, but they come at a cost. Studies have linked some of these chemicals to an increased risk of certain cancers. Now, I'm not saying that every processed food is a villain, but it's crucial to be mindful of what we're consuming. Remember, our bodies are temples, and we need to treat them with respect by choosing foods that nourish and protect, not harm. So let's delve deeper into the specific culprits hiding in those processed treats. Alright, let's pull back the curtain and expose some of the biggest offenders in the processed food aisle. First up, we have refined sugars, which are stripped of their natural nutrients and wreak havoc on our blood sugar levels. This can create an environment where cancer cells thrive. Next, we've got trans fats, those sneaky culprits, often hiding in fried foods and baked goods. They've been linked to inflammation and an increased risk of cancer. And let's not forget about sodium, the king of bloating, and water retention, which is often found in excessive amounts in processed meals. High sodium intake has been linked to an increased risk of stomach cancer, but it doesn't stop there. Many processed foods also contain artificial sweeteners, which may sound like a healthier alternative to sugar, but studies suggest they can disrupt our gut health and potentially increase cancer risk. Now, I understand that completely eliminating processed foods from our diets can feel overwhelming, but remember, every little step towards a healthier lifestyle counts. Start by reading labels carefully and becoming familiar with those tricky ingredient lists. Look for products with shorter ingredient lists that you can actually understand. Choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible, like fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods are naturally rich in antioxidants and nutrients that protect our cells from damage. And remember, moderation is key. It's okay to enjoy an occasional treat, but let's make conscious choices to prioritize our health. By making these simple swaps, you're not just reducing your cancer risk, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of vitality and well-being. Now let's talk about sugar, the sweet temptress that can wreak havoc on our health. We all love a little sweetness in our lives, but consuming too much sugar is like feeding cancer cells a feast they can't resist. You see, cancer cells thrive in environments with high glucose levels. Sugar provides them with the energy they need to multiply and spread rapidly. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. But it's not just refined white sugar we need to be wary of. It's also important to limit our intake of sugary drinks, processed snacks, and even seemingly healthy options like fruit juices and agave nectar. These sugary culprits can spike our blood sugar levels, leading to insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which can contribute to cancer growth. So how can we break free from sugar's addictive grip and reclaim our health? Let's explore some practical tips. Breaking free from sugar's clutches can be challenging, but it's far from impossible. Start by becoming aware of hidden sugars lurking in unexpected places. Read food labels carefully, paying attention to ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, and maltose. These are all just fancy names for sugar. Gradually reduce your sugar intake over time to avoid drastic cravings and withdrawal symptoms. Instead of reaching for sugary drinks, opt for water infused with fresh fruits, unsweetened tea, or sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime. Satisfy your sweet tooth naturally with whole fruits, which offer fiber and essential nutrients along with their natural sugars. And remember, it takes time to retrain our taste buds. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every small victory along the way. Now, I'm not suggesting you live a life devoid of sweetness. There are plenty of healthy and delicious alternatives to satisfy your cravings without compromising your health. For example, try using natural sweeteners like stevia, monk fruit, or erythritol in moderation. These options have a lower impact on blood sugar levels and won't feed those pesky cancer cells. Additionally, focus on incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into your diet. These foods are naturally sweet and provide a steady stream of energy without the sugar rush and crash. Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. By making conscious choices to reduce our sugar intake, we can create an internal environment that's inhospitable to cancer cells and promote optimal health and well-being. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about the top 5 foods you need to avoid to fight cancer and boost your overall health. And today we're diving into the world of pH and exploring the impact of acid-forming foods on your body. You see, our bodies are amazing machines with intricate systems working tirelessly to maintain a delicate balance. One of these crucial balances is the pH level, which measures acidity and alkalinity. Maintaining a slightly alkaline environment is essential for optimal health and well-being. Now, when we consume too many acid-forming foods, we disrupt this delicate balance, tipping the scales towards acidity. And unfortunately, cancer cells thrive in acidic environments. They love it when our bodies are out of whack. That's why it's crucial to be mindful of the foods we choose and strive for a diet that promotes alkalinity. Remember, our goal is to empower you with the knowledge to make informed choices about your health. So, let's explore these acidic culprits and discover how we can maintain a healthy pH balance for a stronger, more resilient you. So, what are these acidic villains we need to watch out for? Refined sugars and processed foods are sneaky saboteurs. They disrupt our pH balance, causing inflammation and disease. Excessive animal protein, especially processed meats, tips the scales. Sugary beverages send our pH levels plummeting. Now I know what you're thinking, Richard, you're taking away all the fun foods. But hold on, because I've got some good news for you. Shifting towards an alkaline diet doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. Fill your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, and berries. Embrace whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats. Incorporate healthy fats like avocados, walnuts, and flax seeds. Gradual changes can profoundly impact your health. Reduce acid-forming foods and embrace alkaline alternatives. Stay tuned for the next chapter where we unlock the secrets to a longer, healthier life. We've talked about foods that can harm your body. Now let's talk about the power of food to heal and promote longevity. Every time you eat, you're making a choice. Are you nourishing your body or fueling disease? The food we consume becomes a part of us. It's the fuel that powers our body's systems. Choosing the right fuel is essential for health and longevity. Now let's talk about antioxidants. These powerful compounds found in colorful fruits and vegetables are your body's natural defense system against damage from harmful free radicals. Think of free radicals as little troublemakers that can damage your cells and contribute to aging and disease, including cancer. Antioxidants neutralize these free radicals, protecting your cells from their harmful effects. It's like having a team of bodyguards protecting your cells from attack. Foods rich in antioxidants include berries, leafy greens, nuts, and even dark chocolate. But that's not all. Antioxidants also have anti-inflammatory properties, reducing chronic inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is like a smoldering fire that can contribute to a whole host of health problems, including cancer. So load up on those colorful fruits and veggies. They're not just good for you, they're essential for a long and healthy life. Let's talk about fiber, a nutritional powerhouse that often gets overlooked. Fiber is essential for a healthy digestive system, and a healthy gut is crucial for overall health and longevity. It acts like a broom in your gut, sweeping away toxins and waste products, keeping things moving and grooving. But here's the thing about fiber, it's not just about regularity. Fiber also helps regulate blood sugar levels, keeping those energy spikes and crashes at bay. This is important because consistently high blood sugar can damage your blood vessels and increase your risk of various health problems, including cancer. Fiber also helps you feel fuller for longer, which can be a huge help if you're watching your weight. And maintaining a healthy weight is another important factor in cancer prevention. So how do you get more fiber in your diet? It's easier than you think. Focus on whole grains, beans, lentils, fruits, and vegetables. These foods are fiber superstars. Let's talk about meat, specifically red meat and processed meats. Now I know many people enjoy a juicy steak or a hot dog at a barbecue, but it's important to be mindful of the potential risks associated with high intake of these types of meat. Studies have shown a link between red meat consumption, especially processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats, and an increased risk of certain types of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Now, this doesn't mean you can never enjoy a burger again, but moderation and making healthier choices is key. One reason for this link may be the way red meat is cooked. When cooked at high temperatures, like grilling or frying, compounds called heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, are formed. These compounds have been found to be carcinogenic in animal studies. Another concern is the nitrates and nitrites added to processed meats as preservatives. These compounds can form cancer-causing substances called nitrosamines in the body. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a vegetarian or vegan, but I'm a big advocate for moderation and making healthier choices. If you do choose to eat red meat, opt for leaner cuts and limit your intake to no more than 18 ounces per week. And when it comes to processed meats, well, it's best to limit those as much as possible. They're often high in saturated fat, sodium, and those potentially harmful preservatives we talked about. Remember, it's all about balance. Focus on incorporating more plant-based proteins into your diet, such as beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh. These foods are packed with nutrients and fiber, and they're a delicious and healthy alternative to meat. Let's explore some delicious and healthy alternatives to red meat. Fish is an excellent source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, which are beneficial for heart health and brain function. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish like salmon, tuna, or mackerel per week. Chicken and turkey are other great options, especially if you choose skinless poultry to keep the fat content down. And don't forget about plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh. These versatile ingredients can be used in countless recipes, from hearty stews and soups to flavorful stir-fries and salads. Remember, reducing your intake of red and processed meats doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. There are so many delicious and healthy alternatives out there that can help you reduce your cancer risk and improve your overall health. Thank you for joining me on this journey to understand the connection between our diet and cancer risk. Remember, making small changes in your diet can have a big impact on your health. By being mindful of the foods you choose, you can empower yourself to take control of your well-being and live a longer, healthier life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips and information.